Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds, hanging out with my fellow nerds today.
Nathan Nerdark.
Ted.
Ryan. Or should we say, welcome to Voloarchy, for Volos by Volos.
Because today we're bringing you Volo's Guide to Monsters. If you can already tell, this will be a flip through and our initial impression.
If you want to jump down the description below, you can sign up for Nerdarchy, the newsletter. It's a great way to get RPG tips, as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
So the cover is actually a nice matte, kind of almost rubbery feeling, kind of.
Now the cover that Dave has already flipped through, that is the special edition cover. So if you support your local gaming group or your local gaming store, that's the one that you're going to be able to get.
Which I think actually on the other version of it, that cover is on the tome that Volo is depicted of having. So the other version, if you order that from online.
Few creatures in D&D are more fearsome than the Mind Flayer. Mesmerizing, depicted in the fantastically vile cover illustration by Hydro74. So not quite what we've gotten in the past.
There's not a disclaimer somewhere else?
Yeah, there is a disclaimer.
Oh, all right. We need a disclaimer.
So Wizards of the Coast does not vouch for, guarantee, or provide any promise regarding the validity of the information provided in this volume by Volothamp Godarm. And then it gets smaller from there. So you'll have to get your own copy and read it.
Basically, Volo,
funny.
short and long, too long, didn't read. Volo is not to be trusted.
And then, speaking of Volo, we have a picture of him right there, and we get into the monster lore. Beholder's bad dreams come true. And the way this book is broken up and sectioned off is there is actually a section where it kind of gives, fleshes out monsters for you more so that you can use them. Like if you saw over, as I just flipped through, you had, different traits that you can ascribe to your monsters to make them more interesting villains.
More described, so it's random roll charts to say how you might want this beholder to look, which you could either just pick it, or if you're stuck for an idea, roll and see what happens.
Here we have an awesome beholder lair, and there's several monsters where they do this with throughout the book, which is really cool. I have not had a chance to read through it completely yet.
But there is really cool, just like a random roll chart for what minions a beholder might have under his thrall, too.
Yeah, that's a good dozen pages just on beholders. So.
Yeah, this is like if you want to make your campaign orbit around the beholder, this is the best way to do it.
Or in this case, the giant, because we're now into the giant section. And it does the same kind of things. Also, it has a nice nifty section for the giant's bag, what you can find in there.
The giant's life.
They've had that kind of chart in editions past. I always find those things are pretty awesome.
Yeah, there is even some stuff with personality traits and things like that to sort of key you into what kind of giant you're even dealing with.
Hill giant, storm giant.
Yeah, they kind of break down the different ones for you. It's really a nice twist and interesting aspect of this book. This is not your traditional monster manual. So if you're buying this and think you're getting monster manual number 2, you're mistaken. You are not getting that. You're getting so much more. It really dives into a select number of monsters. And once we get through that section, then we have the section which is straight up a bestiary.
Which is new monsters, or shall we say, 5th edition versions of monsters we've seen in the past, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen any monsters that are new. Some of them are basically, you have orcs, gnolls, goblins, and what have you, and they'll give you different types and different versions of that monster so that you can spruce up your game, more challenging.
Yeah, this is like a deep dive into the various races. This is like an ecology book in some way, shape, or form. So this way, if you want to get a good sense of what that culture is going to operate with, so you have here some more things with the hag. You have like cool hag custom vehicles that they could have, like Cauldron with chain legs that can walk around and shit like that.
Who doesn't want that? I want that. I want to get rid of my car and get one of those.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of gas mileage it'll get. I think it's fueled by souls, really, is how that comes down.
Kobolds, the little dragons.
There we go.
The art in this book is fantastic. I really am digging on it. As a matter of fact, I'm running a Dungeons & Dragons game tonight, and I am using some of the monsters out of here. I hope to be able to get a TPK with them. I think I should be able to manage that.
I hope to be able to rip some of the pages out, the more concerning pages of this book. So things will go a little better for the adventuring heroes tonight.
So much of this book is kind of supposed to be written by Volo, but then there's like cut-ins from Milliminster where he kind of corrects Volo and basically tells him he's full of crap.
Yeah, she's like, nope. Volo's a dick. Don't listen to him.
Pretty
Don't
much.
listen to him.
The Mind Flayer Colony.
Oh yeah, they bring back things like the Elder Brain. It talks about like different things that you might have as a thrall. The Orc section is really good. It really they really delve into the Orc pantheon.
So far, I've also seen a treasure section for each of the groups as well. So I think that's pretty neat.
There's another awesome Orc vehicle picture.
Work wagon.
Yeah, you need that. You need that in your game, in your life.
The Orc Stronghold.
Yeah, in case you were wondering, since we're on the Orc session, Tanoraks are back. So
Nice.
pretty excited about that.
Demonic orcs. Oh, and we got some nice Yanti action happening.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of. They actually have a lot of different Yanti types in here too, in the monster section.
Yeah, it's hard to get cooler than like if you wanted like a sort of like old school Egyptian feel desert monster. Yanti are really where it's at, like Servants of Set sort of situation happening.
And there's your temple.
Yeah, you need a temple for them to go sacrifice people at as well.
Life would feel incomplete.
Oh, look at
without
that art.
them.
That is so cool.
And new character races. Who doesn't?
Yes.
Who doesn't like new race options?
Yes, so
So-
we have Azamar, starts off with Azamar, but not only do we have the Azamar, but we have like 3 different sub-races of Azamar, which one of them is basically the fallen angel Azamar.
Oh,
That is awesome. We got the Furbolg. We haven't seen that in a long time.
No, we haven't. I don't really like the art of this. The art is well done, I should say.
Just
but-
kind of cutesy.
Yeah, I don't like this version of the Fulborg because they've always looked like kind of giant mountain men in the past, and I like that look a little bit better.
Yeah, that one
So
you
we
guys
have
There's a giant mountain man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
we got
Goliath.
the Goliath, which is a reprint, and then we get the Kenku. That's
Yes.
pretty great.
That art is fantastic. One of the things though they've done with a lot of these races, and I'm not so sure about as far as power creep or whatever, a lot of them get multiple skills. We have Lizard Man.
Very nice.
Both the Kenko and the Lizard Man, and also the Tabaxi. I believe all 3 of those also have the thing that kind of concerns me a little bit, and that is, they start off with 2 skill proficiencies, plus they get some other abilities. I'd have to really weigh them against
What already exists.
So we got,
the player handbook. So we
got
have
the
Triton.
which is your seafaring dudes.
Well, they also include a new spell, Wall of Water, right in that entry as well.
Nice.
And then we have a section where you have monstrous adventurers, right? So this is like your goblins, your kobolds, your orcs, your bugbears. In case some of those other things we just flipped through, in case they weren't monstrous enough for you. And in this section, they do something that has not been done in 5th edition. They actually offer up minuses for stats.
What?
Yeah, there's only a couple of them, and it just might be the orc that gets a minus to intelligence. But yeah, that's definitely back. You're going to have to be really careful. As you can see, we're actually entering into the territory of the monsters now. This is actually the bestiary.
And we're going to have to be careful because we're entering the bestiary and things could have ill intent for us. Is that where you're going with that?
So
Actually, I was going to say the monstrous races you can add as player races is they tell you flat out some of these are weaker and some of these are more powerful. So use at your own discretion.
So the Banderhob I'm not familiar with, but the Barghest I've definitely known of.
Yeah, I believe the Banderhob is probably something they brought back. We have the Death Kiss and the Goth. These are more beholders and beholderkin coming back. The Gazer, a Bodak. Which
Oh,
is,
Bodak!
Bodak, yeah.
Bodak!
Nice. That big dreamy mouth of his.
a Boggle.
Boggle.
It's definitely back. And then we have I don't even know how you say that.
Catabilus. I remember that.
Yeah, but that's straight out of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 1st edition.
Oh, the Chitten's back. There we go. Cave Fisher was a solid monster, so we get that back.
Yeah, I always loved the Cave Fisher. I loved using those guys against my players. I love ambush monsters, so they're always a lot of fun. This is one that probably make Nate very happy.
The Cranium Rats.
The Cranium Rats. They're actually really cool. I actually want to do like a Thieves Guild or something with those guys.
I agree.
They're awesome. the Darklings are back. Which Darklings they're kind of cool. They have kind of a cool otherworldly feel to them.
Same with the
early
deep Scion. Those things don't look right.
Yeah, the deep Scion, and those really are basically people that have been changed and converted. Very Cthulhian.
Yes.
Actually, this book has a ton of that. A ton of Cthulhian type monsters and aberrations and that kind of thing. Now we're going into the demon section. None of these are new. These are all coming back from previous editions, but I'm okay with that. I really like what they're putting in here.
Devour, always a good stuff.
And then in case you need it, another 6 or so dinosaurs, we have those as well.
All right, druids.
That'll make David pretty happy.
The Dragoloth is back.
Nice.
Which is half drow, half demon. Because we all need a little bit of that in our life. Fire Newt. And Giant Strider. Straight out of Fiend and Folio, my friends, for those who've been around since the early editions.
The
flail snail.
Flail snail.
And if that's not enough, the frog hemoth.
All in the same pages, too. I'm in heaven.
If you've ever seen Locrius's thing on the frog hemoth, there's that. And there's another little homage to things that he had done recently as well.
Yeah, yes, there is. So now we're back into giants, and basically these aren't new giant types, but instead they are the giants you're familiar with, but with a little twist. We're in different types. We're the fire giant dreadnought. Look at that guy. You do not want to encounter him.
He's going to double shield you.
He's going to double shield you to death.
Yeah. So basically, these are just like another sort of power array or unique individuals that you can inflict on your party for fun and profit.
So Frost Giant Everlasting one. I don't know if that thing's undead or not, but it looks like it should be.
I think his name is the Gobstopper. Yeah, perhaps.
So then we've got the mouth of Grolantor.
Grolantor, grab Thor's hammer. Your death will be avenged. Or caused.
Stone Giant Dreamwalker.
Peyote sort of situation. Quintessence. Gorillion,
which is nice. The Flind, which is awesome.
Yes, the Flind is a badass.
They've never made the Flind look so badass before. Like, he used to just be kind of like a bear guy. Now
he was kind of cute and cuddly.
Kind of freakish
now. A couple new Knolls and then an Undead Knoll, which kind of looks terrifying if you ask me.
You mean you don't want to give them grungs? I don't really remember the grungs that much. I'm pretty sure they were in one of the Forgotten Realms monster manuals.
They kind of look like Gripply. You remember the Gripply?
Yeah.
Only
Like weird Fraggles.
So what they actually are is they're actually like tree-dwelling, arboreal, tree bullywog frog people is what I think. But I could be a little bit off there. Drakes are back. I love the Drakes from previous editions. So you get one entry, but then it kind of gives you the variants if you want to do different colors.
Right.
We have a couple of hags that add back. The anus is back.
Anus, I believe that's pronounced anus.
It's the anus hag for sure. We have a Hobgoblin Devastator.
He looks debonair and devastating.
Yeah, Hobgoblin Iron Shadow. Look at the guy. He looks like a demon, really.
He does.
The Kyrin is back. That Asian flared
Celestial
unicorn-looking thing. It's not my favorite picture of it. It's not a bad one. The art is good, but I do like some of the previous versions a little bit better.
Yep.
We got a new Kobold, the Dragon Shield. It's a nice Challenge 1 Kobold.
Yeah, I think that guy's from 4th edition.
The Kobold,
at least.
Kobold Inventor. I think I'd probably use that more as an NPC than an actual monster.
It could be fun either way. Kobold Scale Sorcerer. Now that guy looks badass. Looks totally dragoned out. That's a kobold you can be afraid of.
He's got the wings to prove it.
The Korrid, which are kind of like insane Fey creatures from 2nd edition.
Are they part of the Insane Fey posse?
They could be.
Yeah.
They could be. And we have the
IFC or IFP.
Lacrota, again, another ambush monster. I'm not in love with the picture of this one. The art is good. Like, all the art in this book is phenomenal. There's just some pieces that I prefer, like the older renditions, a little bit better. Meanlock.
I don't remember them, but that picture is quite fantastic.
Yeah, that's an upgrade on the Meanlock. They look way cooler here.
I don't remember the Meanlock. So.
They're from previous editions. I don't know if they came about in 2nd or 3rd, but they were there.
So we got Mind Flayers. It's always good to delve into that. And we got an Alahoon, which is
Nate's
quite
probably
cool.
favorite.
Yeah.
Elder Brain, because what are Mind Flayers without
The Elder Brain.
Elder Brains and Cranium Rats?
You must summon more overlords.
Yeah.
Alfarad. It's always nice.
Yeah, they're from previous edition too. I don't quite remember their deal though. Was it another undead or just a different mind flayer?
I think it's just a little different, but it's been a while.
Is that a moon beast or moon? What is that?
Well, we got a Morkoth over there on the right and a Mind Witness on the left.
Yeah, both of those very Cthulhian. Like we're getting a whole section where we're looking very Cthulhian.
Oh, the Neo guy. I remember that.
Those guys were from previous editions as well, and they were also like crazy slaver traders.
Spelljammer.
Yeah, very Spelljammer feeling. And Neothalid is again another one of those type of monsters. Like this book, if you want to run like
The New Bog. Sorry.
yeah, if you want to run a Cthulhian type game, this book has got plenty to offer you. And like Nerdarchus Ryan just said, the Nobog, which Lucratus what is it?
The Crocious Planetoid.
Yes, he does an awesome Nobog video as well. We got more orcs. You can never have too many orcs.
Unless you have too many orcs, and then you just run.
Yeah, well, that's true. Many of these are very much flavored off of the orc Pantheon, which is cool.
Oh, the Tenorok. That looks badass.
Yeah,
That looks sick.
He looks a bit frightening.
Oh, we got the Quickling.
Yeah, the Quickling is
Because
back.
we did like a fast and dirty on that one. So here's the official jam right here.
And they're fast, 120 feet.
The Fast and the Furious 7.
Red Cap's back.
There we go.
So, little evil gnomes. You can never have too many of those.
I had to make my own red cap.
Yeah. I guess we should
you
point.
make more of a Prowie.
I guess we should point out that the link for this will be in the description. So if you aren't picking up the special variant cover and just getting it from Amazon, you can get it from us and support us if you don't mind.
Or even if you do mind. We have Sea Spawn along with our red caps.
Red crap.
Not red crap.
Well, if you're not eating right, that might be a thing that could happen.
Shadow Mastiff and Slithering Tracker.
That Slithering Tracker looks freaking gross.
I wonder what a Slithering Tracker does.
I don't know, but
I think it slithers and tracks.
I think that might be the case.
The Shadow Mastiff, that's an awesome picture.
It is.
I'm digging that. Look at it. It's got like 80 Duke claws. We have the spawn of Kaias. That's going back a little ways.
So this Tlin Kali, which is they had something like this before. There's basically mantis men, or scorpion folk in 3rd edition. This seems very much like that, and I think actually they were around for 2nd edition too. So this seems to be just another the 5th edition rehash of it. Yeah.
Most of it is. The Trapper, that's a very old traditional monster.
Now it's not as superior as the Trapper Keeper. That monster is a little more fierce, but.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
In the 80s, it was the apex of all time.
The Vargul is not speaking to me. I must go the older pictures.
Because it's dangerous when they start speaking.
yeah. Well, the older ones, they look like vampire heads with bat wings instead.
This is kind of the same thing. And then, if they get close enough to speak to you, they start, trying to put their tongue into your mouth. And, you don't want to make out with a Vargul. That's the worst thing ever.
Nasty.
Just
We
gross.
got some Vegapygmies.
I believe, as they say it in Oz, is Vegemite. That's Vegemite right there.
So I wonder how well they work with Myconids.
I don't know. They look awesome. Woodwode.
Oh, the Zarts look really cool. I just like how, kind of cartoony they look.
Yeah, I'm digging on them. Did they always have one eye? Were they always Cyclopsian?
I don't remember them having one eye. I just remember them being basically forest kobolds is kind of their deal.
Yethound is back. I have some terrifying memories of Yethound encounters from some of my old DMs.
And now we're up to the Yonti. As you said, there's
Some
bunch of
brutal-
different options here.
Yeah, they look really cool.
Including that guy with 50 heads.
The
He's pretty scary.
Anathema.
The Mind Whisperer, that guy is pretty sweet looking.
Nightmare
Crossing
Speaker,
over with the Mind Whisperer.
The Pitmaster.
And now we're getting to the beast section.
And now we got more beasts. Wow.
So basically the one is basically a war bowl that orcs use, the Ororox. And then we have cow. Because your game was probably missing cow. Now it is no longer.
Absolutely.
When you go to talk to it, it
How
goes,
hard
yup.
is it to just throw the stat blocks in there?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And then there's Dolphin, and then there's fuck you, Wizards of the Coast. Swarm of rock grubs. Really? Did we really need that back in the game?
Yup. Yup.
And we get some new NPCs to go in there as well. So we've got the Abjurer and the Apprentice Wizard.
This section is actually pretty awesome. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here.
Archdruid, Archer,
I say
Bard, Blackguard.
You do
Oh
see
man.
Blackguard, yeah. Champion, Conjurer, Diviner, Enchanter.
Oh,
Basically,
Challenge
your
Nine.
bench just got a lot deeper with NPCs
Yeah,
to go
this
to.
is Challenge 9 Evoker, Challenge 3 Illusionist, the Kraken Priest.
Yeah, and they put some of the things that you would kind of expect, but they also put some things that you might not expect. So that part is kind of cool.
Necromancer.
Transmuter, War Priest, Warlock of the Archfey, Warlock of the Fiend. Warlock of the Great Old One. There you go.
And we got Warlord.
And
we have a
Warlord.
Warlord.
Challenge 12. Nice.
And that brings us to the end of our flip through. I hope you guys find this useful. Again, the link will be in the description below if you're not looking for the special edition copy and you want to save a little scratch. Let us know what you're thinking about this book in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
Don't forget to check out our social media links down below.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.